Hello and welcome to MHA Easter virtual event. My name's Rhian from Rhian Circus Cymru, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to juggle and balance a household object. So the equipment you're going to need are 3 plastic bags. If you can find some medium-sized ones rather than the really big supermarket ones, they work much better. If you are unable to find 3 of these, you can also use a bin bag or a recycling bag and cut it into 3 pieces. So pause the video and go and get yourselves 3 bags. Okay, so now we've got our equipment. The next thing we need to do is make sure we've got a safe space to play. So have a quick moment now to look around the room, look on the floor, make sure there's nothing you can step on or trip over. Make sure that you've moved everything that you don't want to break out of the way. And any drinks, maybe move them to the side as well. Great, okay, well I think we're ready. It's really important before we start circus skills to do a quick warm up. And this is called the pot of paint. You need to use your imagination. So I'd like you to imagine that you've got a pot of paint. You can choose what colour paint you've got inside. You're going to put the paint on the floor in front of you. Now, we're going to dip our hand into the pot of paint and we're going to stir it around like this. Make circles with your wrist. And then when you bring your hand out, you're going to flick all the paint off your hand. Are you ready? Reach your hand out from your pot and flick the paint. Really flick your hand, flick the fingers until all the paint has gone. Now let's do it with the other hand. In it goes, stir the paint. Oh, it feels cold and sticky, doesn't it? Okay, are you ready? Pull it out and flick the paint off your hand. This time we're going to put our whole arm inside. So we're going to start with the hand and then we'll make some circles with the elbow. And this hand, I'd like you to scoop the paint up and rub it all over your shoulder and into your arm. Now make sure you've got enough room because this time we need to shake our whole arm. You're going to need a lot of room in between you as well. Are you ready? And flick the arm, flick it on the walls. That's it, turn around, flick it behind you. Very good. Let's do the other arm. The hand goes in, we stir it around. Then our elbow makes a circle. And then we're going to bring the paint up and rub it into that shoulder. Give yourself a nice rub. Make sure you've got paint all over your arm. And that's it, lift it up and flick. You might want to flick the ceiling this time. Flick it up high. Flick it down low on the floor. Okay, now it's time for the foot. So you're going to need to stand on one leg. You can hold on to somebody if you need to, or hold the wall or a chair. Make circles with your foot inside that paint pot, one way and the other way. And now we're going to kick the paint off. Are you ready? Kick, 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 kick. Excellent. Well done, everyone. And the other foot. In it goes, making nice circles. Change direction. And then kick the paint off. Excellent. There we go. Okay, there's one last thing to do. We're going to dive in. So hold your nose. And this time your whole body's going to dive in. 1, 2, 3, jump. And in you go to the pot. Rub the paint all over you. Back all over your arms, on your legs. Let's make sure we rub the backs of our legs as well, all the way up to the hips. And the other leg. That's it, rub the back all the way up here. Rub it on your belly, rub the paint on your face. Get it into your hair or rub the back of your neck. So we've got paint all over us. And there's only one thing left to do. We're going to shake it all off. You ready? And 1, 2, 3, shake everything. Shake your legs, shake your hands, shake your head. Get all that paint off. Oh, and we're ready. So have a little moment now to have a look at your room and at the beautiful painting you've just made. Wow, you could even tell each other what colour paint you had. Mine's orange. Okay, so for the circus skills, I'd like you to get one plastic bag, and I'm going to show you how to hold it. Hold it upside down with the handles on the bottom, if you have handles. Okay, and you're going to just pinch it like this. And then the way we catch it, we're not going to catch it as if it's a ball with our palm up. We're going to turn the palm to face down, and we're going to catch it a little bit like a claw. You can think that you're a lion or a tiger or a kitten. Depends how you feel today. So this hand is going to throw up and across, and when it releases, this hand will snatch it out of the air. Okay, you ready? Throw, catch, throw, and catch. Join in, copy me. Very good, everybody. Now, if you are catching it with two hands, try this time to catch it with one, because soon we'll be going to two bags. And when you learn to juggle, you have to catch with one hand, okay? So try, if you're catching with two, go on, give it a chance and catch with one. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to give you a challenge now. When the bag is up in the air, I'd like you to touch your head before you catch it. So you're going to throw, touch your head, and then catch the bag in your other hand. Touch your head, catch. Well done. Throw, touch your head, and then snatch it with your claw. Now, some of you might think that's easy, so we're going to add the shoulders this time. We're going to do heads and shoulders. Ready? Head, shoulders, catch. Head, shoulders, catch. Head, shoulders. You might have to throw a little bit higher. Head, shoulders, catch. Okay, how about we add the knees? So we'll throw it really high. We'll do head, shoulders, knees, and then catch. Head, shoulders, knees, catch. Head, shoulders, knees, catch. Head, shoulders, knees, catch. If that's too difficult for some of you, just touch your knees so you can forget the heads and the shoulders, and we'll just do knees, catch. Touch your knees and catch. Do you want to give that a go? Very good. Touch the knees. So what comes next in the song? So it goes head, shoulders, knees, and do you know? Head, shoulders, knees, and oh, that's right, toes. So a big challenge for those of you who want it, throw it as high as you can, touch head, shoulders, knees, and toes before catching it. Let's give it a go. Head, shoulders, knees, toes. Oh, grab it. Head, shoulders, knees, toes. Very good. Make sure you've got enough space, remember. If there's more, quite a few of you doing this in the same space, maybe you need to take turns, yeah, so you're not going to crash into each other. Head, shoulders, knees, toes. Oh, wow. And if that's too tricky, maybe you can just try your toes. Touch the toes and catch. Touch your toes and catch. Very good. Okay, so we're going to do another challenge now. And this time we're going to do the pirouette. So a pirouette means that you turn around. Now, before you do it, I've got a top tip. When you throw the bag, don't look at it as you're turning around, because it can really put you off balance and make you feel even a little bit dizzy. So let's do the turning around first. So you're going to put one leg across the other one and then spin. Let's try it the other way. Cross and spin. Now see which way you prefer turning. And try it one more time. Really good. Okay, so this time we'll throw the bag, completely forget about it as it's in the air, concentrate on your spin, and then catch it. Okay? You do that again. Throw, turn, catch. Throw, turn, catch. One more time. Throw, turn, catch. Very good. Okay, one last trick now before we move on to two bags, and this is going to be thrown under the leg. So we can stand on one leg, throw from the inside to the outside, or throw from the outside and catch on the inside. So inside, outside, outside, inside, and let's do it on the other side. Outside to the inside, inside to the outside. Excellent. Have a little go doing that. Fabulous. Well done, everybody. Okay, so could you grab 2 bags now? We're going to hold them upside down with the handles on the bottom. So now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to imagine that you've got a rectangle in front of you. So he is going to be the bottom of the rectangle, and this is going to be the short side. Then we have 2 long sides that go up, up, up until your arms are straight. And then you have a short side of the triangle on the top. So here are the top corners of your rectangle. They come down the long sides, and here are the bottom corners. So when you throw the bag, this bag is going to be thrown all the way up to this corner, and this bag is going to be thrown up to this corner. So it's going to look like this. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Oh, you don't have to catch them to begin with. You can just concentrate on the throws. Throw, throw, and let them fall down to the floor. So we're going to go throw, throw. Now, some of you might be throwing them at the same time. So try and throw one and then the other. 1, 2. Very good. Now it's time to try and catch them. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. So when they cross, it's like a letter X. So let's remember our 2 points, and we try and throw up to those 2 points. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. So you might want to pause the video and practice this until you feel really comfortable with it. But those of you who think, I can totally do that, I'm ready for the next challenge, then for you, maybe you'd like to try the pirouette underneath it. So you're going to do throw, throw, turn, catch, catch. Throw, throw, turn, catch, catch. Landed on the mantelpiece. Okay, so hopefully you are now feeling comfortable doing this. And if not, don't worry, just give yourself a little bit more time. So before we move on to 3 bags, I'm going to show you how to hold 2 in one hand. I'd like you to hold one underneath your thumb, like that. So these 4 fingers can move freely. They're not holding this bag. And then the second bag, you're going to hold in between these 2 fingers, the middle and the index finger. So you're going to make little pincers, you know, like a crab. And then you're going to pinch this bag and hold it in between the 2 fingers here. Okay, so you're just going to pinch it like that. It's quite sunny where I am today. Might be difficult to see the bags. So one of them is in between the fingers and the other one is under the thumb. Okay, so just before we move on now to 3 bags, we're just going to have a little go throwing the one from our pincers and just catch it with the claw. So throw, catch, and then we're going to put it right back there. Throw, catch. One more time for luck. Throw, catch. And this one stays under the thumb. I think we're ready. So let's set that up again. Put it back in your pincers. And then this hand will be able to hold the 3rd bag. So hold it upside down. You can give it a bit of a shake if you want. Now these bags are really good for learning to juggle because they take such a long time to hit the floor. They have got lots of air resistance, so they really float down a little bit like the leaves in the autumn or perhaps a feather, and the feather floats down to the floor. Okay, so we're not going to do our catches yet, we're just going to throw them. And we're really concentrating on getting our throws to be accurate. If we can make our throws better, it'll be easier to catch. So the first bag will be the one thrown from the pincers, and it'll go across. Remember our point? And then the bag that's on its own, that will be thrown next to this point, and then we're going to release the one under the thumb. So it will look like this. 1, 2, 3. They should land somewhere near your feet. Let's try that again. So remember, one under the thumb, one in your pincers, and one on its own. And in your own time, you're going to go 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Get comfortable doing that, okay? So maybe your brain is going to try and get you to pass back to your strong hand along the bottom. So what's happening with that is the hand that you write with, the dominant hand, is doing really well and it's able to throw up like you want it to. But the weaker hand, it doesn't really have that muscle memory to release it. So sometimes you have a bit of a panic and you quickly pass it back to this hand that's really good already. But in juggling, both hands have to do the same thing. So we're going to pick up the bags again, put them underneath the thumb, in the pincers and the bag. And we're going to try again. Now, if we're hitting these 2 points here, we shouldn't be transferring anything along the bottom. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Great. So now we're going to try and catch them. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try and catch the first one. Don't worry too much about the other 2. So the first one from the pincers will be thrown. I'll have to throw the second one, so I've got an empty hand to catch the first one. Let's just do that. So we're going to go throw, throw, catch. Just let the other one go to the floor. So 2 throws and then a catch, and then stop. Throw, throw, catch. Pincers, one on its own, catch. 1, 2, catch. Now, in order for me to catch that one that I'm allowing to drop, I need this hand to be empty. So the one underneath my thumb has to be thrown this time. Let's see if we can do 2 catches. So it'll mean 3 throws and then 2 catches. Throw, throw, catch, throw, catch. We did it, we caught 2. Let's do that again. So we're going to go 1, 2, catch, 3. Oh, I missed it that time, but it doesn't matter. So this time, let's see if we can throw all 3 of them. Now I know you can do this because we threw all 3 and let them go to the floor. So this time, see how many you can catch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did 4 throws that time. So the top tips are to really try and remember this rectangle and try and throw to the opposite points. Try not to transfer along the bottom. And if you are chasing the bags forward, sometimes this happens. It just means you're throwing a little bit too far forward. So try and think up as you throw. Now, let's see if we can do 3 or maybe 4 throws again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so each time you throw, count, just like I'm counting, and see if you can beat your record every time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 throws. Oh, and I've got these 2 in my hand, so I could go 6, 7. Let's keep throwing until we've got nothing left in our hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is how you're going to build it up. It does take practice. And don't be afraid if you drop the bags, because that's just part of juggling. Nobody can learn to juggle without doing any drops. It's impossible. So dropping the bags is just part of your learning. So don't give up. If this at the moment is difficult, then you can go back to maybe just doing 2 bags. So we've got our 1, 2, catch, catch, 1, 2, catch, catch. If you're still doing this, maybe you can start with your weaker hand and make sure instead of transferring, that weaker hand throws up, because your second throw will probably be perfect. Throw, throw. Does that help if you start with your weaker hand? Throw, throw. Now, if you're left-handed, you'll want to start with the pincer in your left hand, and you'll want to have 2 in that hand and 1 in the other hand. But keep practicing. I'm sure you'll get it if you keep practicing. If you could do 5 minutes every day, or even 10 minutes every day, you'll get better. One day, you'll be able to juggle like this. Now, I've got one more trick for you. So I'd like you to choose one of these bags and put the other 2 to the side. Okay, so this time we'd like it to be the right way up. We're going to turn it so my handles are at the top. Might just give it a bit of a shake. I'm going to bring both handles to one hand. Then I'm going to try and find the middle of the bottom of the bag. I'm going to have a little look. I think it's about there. So I can pinch that bit, and I'm going to just tug the 2 sides away from each other. So just give them a bit of a stretch. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a flat hand with my palm up, and this thumb and finger will make a circle. But I'm going to put the bag there first, then I make the circle, and then I'm going to pull the bag through the circle, just stretching it and making it really tall. Now I'm going to bring it back to being upright with the handles on the top. And I've made a little point now at the bottom. So we're going to try and balance it. I'm going to put the bottom on my hand, and I need to look at the top. Does anyone know why? The top is going to show us where the bag is leaning first, where it's losing its balance first. So I'm going to look at the top and try and balance. So you have a go too. Now I'm just going to look at the top all the time, and then I need to adjust my hand. Wherever the bag is leaning, I need to move my hand. I need to keep my hand under the center of the bag. If the bag goes backwards, I might need to go backwards too. And if it leans forward, I might need to come forward too. So whatever you're doing, keep looking at the top. Now, if I started looking at the camera, the bag would move a lot and I would probably lose the balance. So always keep an eye on the object that you're balancing. Excellent. You might be able to think of different objects in your house that you could balance, as long as you keep yourself safe and no breakages. Maybe you could try an umbrella. Anyway, I hope you've had fun today, and really, really do enjoy the rest of your Easter holidays. Bye.